Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is John Bear, and today is July 27th, and that means we have a new roster update in MLB The Show 18. So we're going to go over the roster update. We're going to see who went from gold to diamond, from silver to gold, who went down from maybe diamond to gold, or went down from gold to silver. You never know. So we're going to look at the upgrades and the downgrades for the roster update. And this video is specifically just going to go over the roster update. There's a lot of new stuff in this game as far as content. There's a lot of new cards. It looks like some Battle Royale stuff going on. There's the events. So there's a lot of stuff going on, but I'm just going to go over the roster update here. And later on, I'll get a video out going over the events, going over the new Battle Royale, updated reward tiers, and just a lot of the new cards in the game. But let's get started. Let's get going with this roster update. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go by position. All right, so for starting pitchers, we got Jacob deGrom. He goes from an 86 overall up to an 87 overall. He has been absolutely fantastic this year. One of the best pitchers in baseball, probably the best. I knew he was very close to leading the National League in wins above replacement. And let's look at his upgrades. His upgrades, he gets a +6 to his hits per 9, +1 to his K per 9, and a +3 to his home run per 9. So Jacob deGrom goes from an 86 to an 87. We got Corey Kluber. He goes from an 89 to an 87, so a little bit of a downgrade. I'm not too surprised by that. Kluber has been struggling a little bit the past few weeks. He's still having a really good season, but he gets a downgrade to his stamina at -2. His hits per 9 go down -2 to an 80. His Ks per 9 go down to a -5. His walks per 9 go up +3, so he's up to an 82. And his home runs per 9 go down -4 to a 61 overall. We got Steven Strasburg. Ooh, Steven Strasburg. He's very close from being to being a gold now. So Steven Strasburg, he goes from an 87 to an 85 overall. He gets a -3 to his hits per 9, -2 to his Ks per 9, and a -6 to his home runs per 9. So he is very close to becoming a gold. He's got one more downgrade to get to an 84, so he goes down to an 85 today. So it's very, very close. The Nationals collection might be starting to get a little bit cheaper now. Now that he's an 87 to an 85. And finally, Garrett Cole has gone from a gold to a diamond. That is a awesome thing. A lot of people have been waiting for this guy to go diamond for probably at least a month and a half, 2 months. He has been having a terrific season, and he finally gets the upgrade to diamond. I'm happy. I have 6 of them, so I get some stubs out of that. All right, so let's see what his upgrades are. Garrett Cole gets a +1 to his stamina, which is kind of odd. I don't know how you get +1. He gets a +5 to his hits per 9, bringing him up to a 78. A +3 to his Ks per 9, bringing him up to an 85. A -4 to his walks per 9, and a -2 to his home runs per 9. But those stats are good enough to bring him up to an 85. That's going to be a lot of happy people. Up next, we have Kenta Maeda, who goes from a 78 to an 80. He gets an upgrade to his stamina at +3, +2 to his K per 9, +6 to his +6 to his K per 9, +2 to his hits per 9, a -4 to his walks per 9, and a +3 to his home runs per 9. So Kenta Maeda is a new gold. Cole Hamels gets downgraded from a 78 to a 76. The trade just got official today, so that's why he's still a Texas Ranger and not a Chicago Cub. So we're going to have to wait for that. He gets a -5 downgrade to his stamina, -5 to his hits per 9, a -1 to his walk per 9, and a -9 to his home run per 9. So he got all negative downgrades. And here's one that I am really happy about. I have over 100 of this guy, and it's Jack Flaherty of the St. Louis Cardinals. He goes from a 73 to a 76. He gets an upgrade of +3 to his hits per 9, a +8 upgrade to his Ks per 9, -2 to the walks per 9, and -5 to the home runs per 9. You know, I didn't think that he would get an upgrade. He's been good, but at the same time, it seems like he's been kind of, you know, he'll have one good start and one bad one good, one bad. So I didn't think he'd necessarily move, but there you have it. In my opinion, his Ks per 9 got moved up, and that was probably the biggest deal for him because he strikes out a lot of batters. Up next, we have Marco Gonzalez, former St. Louis Cardinal. He gets a big upgrade at +6. That's one of the bigger upgrades we've seen so far. He goes from a 70 to a 76. Gets a +4 upgrade to his stamina, +12 upgrade to his hits per 9, +5 upgrades to the K per 9, +5 upgrade to the walk per 9, and a +4 upgrade to the home run per 9. Marco Gonzalez is having a really, really good season in Seattle. A season that not a lot of people are talking about, but he's pitching really good on a really good team that is playoff bound. We have Anibal Sanchez goes from a 73 to a 76, +3 to the stamina, +6 to the hits per 9, +3 to the K per 9, +6 to the home run per 9. He's having a pretty good bounce back season with the Atlanta Braves. Julio Teheran goes down from a silver to a bronze, so that is a downgrade. +3 to his hits per 9, +3 to the K per 9, but he lost a lot. -8 on his walk per 9 and -13 to the home run per 9. Julie Chassin went from a 73 to a 74, not much of a big difference. Carlos Rodon goes from a 73 to a 74. Kyle Freeland goes from a 70 to a 72, gets a few upgrades to the per 9s. Mark Leiter of the Philadelphia Phillies goes from a 68 to a 72. His dad was a big name. This is the son of Pudge Rodriguez. He gets a lot of upgrades. My guess is that once he got called up, he really didn't get touched. And now that he's pitched a lot of games, he gets all those upgrades. And he's not doing too bad so far with the San Francisco Giants. He's actually having a really strong rookie season. Derek Holland, he is a starting pitcher, so he got switched from a reliever to a starter. So he got a lot of upgrades, and he goes from a common to a bronze, 58 to a 70. Jeffrey Ramirez, I don't know if I pronounced that right or not, but he goes from a 60 to a 68. Austin Pruitt goes from a 61 to 67. Trevor Richards, a 55 to a 65. Blaine Hardy goes from a 59 to a 65. Luke Jackson is a new starting pitcher. He just got his position changed, so his stamina went up a lot from a 53 to a 59. Ronald Herrera goes from a 51 to a 56 after changing positions. Austin Gomber is a new starting pitcher. He goes from a 50 to a 56. Carried a no-hitter into the 7th inning the other night. Tim Meza goes from a 51 to a 55. Jackson Stevens goes up +6. PJ Conlon goes up +5. Adam Plutko goes up +6. Luke Farrell, goes up to a 53. And Mike Myers goes up to a 49. Although I'm not sure why it says he's the starting pitcher. He is definitely a reliever unless something different happened today. So that's all for the starting pitchers. Let's go to the relievers. Brad Hand, he just gets a new team. He went from the Padres to the Cleveland Indians. Zach Britton, also a new team. He goes from the Baltimore Orioles to the New York Yankees, and he's also listed as a relief pitcher now. Archie Bradley gets an upgrade to his control and velocity. I'm not sure exactly what happened there. Jairus Familia went to a new team. He went from the Mets to the Oakland Athletics. Joaquim Soria goes to the Brewers from the Chicago White Sox. I'm surprised he didn't get upgraded a long time ago. He is having a absolutely terrific season with Milwaukee. He goes from a bronze to a silver, a +7 to his hits per 9, +4 to the K per 9, and a +3 to the walk per 9. Craig Stammen goes from a 72 to 75, gets some upgrades to the per 9s. James Pazos, Papa Paz, goes from a 69 to a 72. He's been having a pretty decent season in Seattle. It's a +11 to the walk per 9, +7 to the homers, and +7 to the hits. The Ks per 9 take a little bit of a dip at -5. Zach McAllister goes to a 72. Jake McGee goes from a silver to a bronze, loses -3. Robbie Erlin goes from a 63 to a 71. He is a new relief pitcher. Richard Rodriguez gets some upgrades. Jonathan Holder, this is a guy that a lot of people are wondering if he's going to go silver this year. He goes from a 66 to 71. Lots of upgrades to the per 9s. Eduardo Rodriguez gets a downgrade, but that is only because he is now a relief pitcher. So he's had a good season as a starting pitcher, but he's listed as a relief pitcher now. Jose Alvarado goes to a 70 overall. Kyle Crick goes to a 70 overall. You got Adam Simber that switched teams. He gets some upgrades to the per 9. Reyes Moronta went up +5. He's having a good season for San Francisco. Walker Buehler gets a -5 downgrade. Not really a downgrade, but he went from a starting pitcher to a relief pitcher. Scott Oberg goes up +2. AJ Kolb goes up +5. Edgar Santana goes up +13. So I'm guessing he hadn't been touched for a little while. You have Scott Alexander staying about the same, but he got a little bit of upgrade and downgrade. Emilio Pagan goes down -5 from a starter. Adam Conley goes up +5. Jason Hamill goes all the way down to a 66. It's a pretty big dip for him. He's a relief pitcher now. Caleb Ferguson, new relief pitcher, goes up. Not a whole heck of a lot of people get the upgrade and downgrade. So let's see if there's anything notable. Not really. All right, we got to the closing pitcher. Pedro Strop is a new closer. He still remains at a 80 overall. Sir Anthony Dominguez gets a little bit of an upgrade. He goes from 76 to a 78. Some upgrades to the Ks per 9 and the hits per 9, as well as the homers per 9 and the control. He's very close to becoming a gold. He's having a really, really strong season for the Philadelphia Phillies. Wade Davis is a big downgrade. He went from an 81 gold to a 78 silver. Gets a full per 9 downgrade, -4 to the hits, -3 to the Ks, -6 to the walks, and -7 to the home runs per 9. Brad Brock is a new closer for the Baltimore Orioles after Zach Britton just got traded. Kirby Yates is a new closer for the San Diego Padres after Brad Hand got traded. We have AJ Minter going from a 67 to a 72. Santiago Casilla, new closer. And not really much here. Jace Fry is a new closer for the Chicago White Sox, and he gets a big upgrade. And Robert Gellman, I believe, is going to be the closer now for the New York Mets. So he gets a new position. All right, we go on to the position players. And nothing for any catchers. Kind of weird. We go to the first baseman. Eric Hosmer gets a big downgrade. He goes from an 82 overall to a 78 silver. That's a little bit surprising, but he gets downgrades to every one of his hitting statistics, contact, power, and vision. So he is no longer a gold. Wilmer Flores goes up to a 77 because his position changed. That's a really underrated card. He's got that 86 power against lefties, so it's not a bad budget card. Carlos Santana goes down a little bit. He goes from a 78 to a 76. His vision goes up +3. Discipline goes up +4 to 106. And the power goes up 14, so he goes to a 65 in power against lefties. But the power against righties, contact versus lefties, and contact versus righties all get some pretty big downgrades, so I think that probably outweighed the power upgrade for him. Ian Desmond goes up +2. He gets some power upgrades. And Jake Bowers of the Tampa Bay Rays gets some wholesale upgrades. He gets +48 to his discipline. I'm not sure how you get 48. All right, on to the second baseman. We have Eduardo Nunez. He's becoming very close to becoming a bronze. He goes from a 77 to a 75. Gets some negative downgrades to all of his contact and power numbers. Jed Jerko goes from a 76 to a 75, and that's due to a change of position. Hernan Perez is also a new second baseman. Rougned Odor was a player of the week last week. He gets upgrades to his contact and as well to his discipline, -2 to the plate vision. Daniel Robertson of the Tampa Bay Rays goes from a 65 to a 70, gets some pretty good upgrades to his power and vision. He's also a new second baseman. And Kike Hernandez is a new second baseman, and his overall goes up to a 68. All right, for third baseman, we have Jose Ramirez gets another upgrade, +1. He goes from an 87 to an 88. Jose Ramirez is I wouldn't call him a low-key MVP candidate, but with all the talk of Mike Trout and Mookie Betts this season, Jose Ramirez is having a MVP quality season. He finished, I believe, third last year in the MVP voting. He's probably going to finish top 3 again this year, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him win. He gets an upgrade, +10 to his power against righties, +4 power against lefties. The vision goes down 2, and then the discipline goes up +10. So a nice upgrade for Jose Ramirez. Matt Carpenter, due to that huge last week that he had, he goes from a 76 overall and gets upgraded to an 80 overall. He gets wholesale upgrades to his contact and power. He becomes a lot more usable against left-handed pitching. The vision goes down to a 57, and the clutch and the discipline go up. Also, his fielding goes up. His arm accuracy went up +10, and a reaction went up +5. So Matt Carpenter, new gold. Maikel Franco, new silver. He goes from a 74 to a 76. Upgrade to the power against righties and the contact versus righties, and a +3 to his plate vision. Miguel Andujar of the New York Yankees gets an upgrade from a 72 to a 75, so we have a new silver. He gets a +5 to his contact versus righties, a +20 to his power against lefties. That's huge. +3 to his vision, +6 to his discipline, +15 to the clutch, -8 power against righties. And Jose Bautista is a new third baseman, so he gets a downgrade -1. We go to our shortstop, Xander Bogaerts. He is having a terrific season in Boston, probably overshadowed by JD Martinez and Mookie Betts, but he gets a +14 to his power against righties, a -10 to his contact against lefties, and a -4 to his vision, but he goes up +1. Tim Beckham stays the same. He's a new shortstop. Now, Ned Rosario goes from a 68 to a 71, some contact boost and some vision boost and discipline. We go to our left fielder, Corey Dickerson. A lot of people were speculating if he was going to go gold. He goes from a 77 to a 78. Good contact increase, +4 to both sides, +5 to the vision, and -2 to the discipline. Jack Peterson goes up +1 as he's a new left fielder. Joey Gallo is now a new left fielder. It seems like every single roster update, something happens with Joey Gallo. He's now an outfielder. Joey Wendell goes down to a 59, and Jacoby Jones is a new left fielder. Let's go to center field. We have Starling Marte. He gets a little bit of an upgrade here. He goes up from an 81 to an 83. +2 contact to righties, -7 contact against lefties. And the power on both sides of the plate goes up pretty decently. And a +9 to his discipline. So he goes up to an 83. Cody Bellinger stays the same. A lot of people are wondering if he's going to go back up to a gold. But he has a new position of center field, so his attributes really stayed the same. Randall Grichuk is a new center fielder. Attributes stayed the same. Matt Dendecker, new center fielder. And Charlie Tilson, a new center fielder. Now we go to right fielder. Bryce Harper finally gets a little bit of a downgrade, but it's only to his contact and his vision. His power against lefties still goes up. Christian Yelich stays the same. He gets no attribute upgrades or downgrades. There is some speculation on whether or not he would go diamond, but he stays exactly the same, and his position changes to right field. Shin-Soo Choo is a new right fielder. Steven Piscotty gets an upgrade from a 74 to a 75. His contact and power against righties go up. His contact and power against lefties go down, and then the vision and discipline go up and down, but he's got new silver in the game. Brandon Nimmo is a new right fielder. Jesse Winker, new right fielder. Brian Anderson gets an upgrade of +5. He's having a decent season in Miami. Some contact upgrades and some power downgrades. Danny Valencia is a new right fielder. And we got Malik Smith, new right fielder, and Phillip Ervin, a new right fielder. So that's going to be it for the roster update. We do have a new diamond. It's Garrett Cole. We got a couple new golds. And no one downgraded from diamond to gold. So the big one today is going to be Garrett Cole going to diamond, which is going to be really exciting for a lot of people, including myself. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to smash that like button. Make sure to subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace.